And this one, what the hell? This one just has cobwebs. This has a dent. Holy crap. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Bill with HangaRatz, and today we are stripping the lift struts and hopefully fuel tank covers for the Foe Fighter today. And the deal on these is they've got a couple coats of urethane on them. I think they've got some enamel under them. They've got maybe some lacquer even under that. So we'll have to see what kind of shape they're in. But we've got the two lift struts here, and we're going to start going through those and follow along. Tank covers are on the ground. Same deal with those. They did not get hit by hail, so we're in real good shape. So here we go, HangaRatz, Foe Fighter, Cessna 172B project. Okay guys, before everyone beats me up for using personal protective equipment and all that other stuff, I've been messing with this stuff for about 30 plus years. So I've got my glasses on. These are plastic lens glasses. I've been using them forever. Most importantly, with stripper, it's extremely caustic. It can give you chemical burns and all that, so we want to do the safe stuff. Most importantly is keep it off of you. That's kind of sounds simple. What I always do before I even open any can is I've got my garden hose, my water hose pipe with water pressurized, turned on, ready to go. So not having to go run over to the side of the building and turn it on. The other thing too is when we open these up, I don't know if you can hear that hissing, but we're going to let the pressure come off. These cans have gas, and with the heat and all that. This morning, they were forecasting it to be, 72, something like that, 72 Fahrenheit, and right now it's about 80 climbing in temperature Fahrenheit with 80% humidity. So we're up in north central Texas, and we're kind of melting. And the wind has not given up for the last couple months. There are all the gases off of it. This is the last of this can, so we're gonna finish using it. This is a methylene chloride product. This is kind of the hot stuff. See what it looks like. Normally this is kind of a yellow color, but because this is the end of the can, this is looking a little brown. That's okay. Another thing is you want to use a good brush. You want to use a chip brush, what they call a chip brush. Now, you'll see folks at the different stores, they'll sell chip brushes, but they have a nylon bristle. You want to get what I think you might call a horsehair bristle, but a fiber type bristle. If you get the nylon bristle, this stripper will melt your brush in a matter of minutes. So no good. So get one of these and you can reuse it. You can hose it out and all that. So we get done with this. We're going to set this off to the side. Get that around here so we don't mess it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these tie downs off. So these have been on there while it was sitting on the ramp. So it's just a bolt. This one here was actually one I bought for the airplane several years ago. It only had one tie down. So we'll take that off. And we want to get all the steel parts, if we can, separate the steel parts from the aluminum parts. There we go. Put that in my pocket. Put it in this pocket. The other thing is, don't put any big pliers or anything like that on the tie down rings. Just use something round like a screwdriver, round screwdriver. Boom, boom, boom. Washer's coming off. These will all get new hardware when we put it all together, but we'll save what we have. Interesting thing on these tie down fittings is on the original Cessna 170s, the 170A I guess it was, when they first did the metal strut, single piece strut, these fasteners were high shear rivets, which is almost like it's like a close tolerance bolt or a high lock bolt. After many, many years, they realized that was overkill. So they ended up changing those to aluminum rivets. So these are just aluminum rivets holding aluminum fittings. These fittings are replaceable and they are procurable from Cessna. So if you ever have a bad one, you can do that. So now What we want to do is we want to see if there's any junk inside these. And this one, what the hell? This one just has cobwebs. This has a dent. Holy crap. I'll try to get some pictures of it. There's a big wave right here. And this is the right wing, the wing that's got messed up. So something happened. But looking at this right now, I would say this lift strut is scrap. But you know what we'll do is we'll strip this area and find out what's going on here. Because it looks like there's a dent. You can see a dent, but it's smooth out here. Something's goofy. Okay, we're going to throw some stripper on this one. And some stripper there. The other thing deal on stripper is let the stripper do the work. Okay, don't try to push it, but just let the stripper do the work. Don't let it dry out. It's hot here. We try to do it in the shade or in the shop. Right now our shop is not quite finished. So we're just going to put it on. We're going to put it on wet. The other thing it allows us to do is get all the paint off of it and inspect all this stuff. So that's kind of a real deal. Now I'm seeing wrinkling here. If you're getting wrinkling on the stripper, that is indicative of an enamel or a urethane. If the paint just smears, here I'm coming back to where I stopped last time. If the paint just smears, that will be a lacquer. Lacquer doesn't like to wrinkle and come off easy. As soon as it starts, the stripper starts absorbing into the paint, you'll see it looks very dry. So we want to keep it wet. The other thing we want to do is we don't want to immediately take the stripper off. We want to just move it around and keep moving around so that when we do take it off, it's coming down. Now, where was that dent? I don't want to waste a bunch of stuff right around here. I'm going to find out what's going on with this one. Again, I've got the hose ready to go. If I get any spatters and that kind of stuff. This has got white spray paint, overspray on blue spray paint. We're just going to get these nice and pretty. And we're going to be doing the tank covers. You can see we'll do a section of this tank cover. This paint is so thick. It's really kind of frustrating, but we'll see what it looks like underneath. Okay, cool beans. Sarah? And the other thing you can use is a nice little brass brush and just move everything around. You don't have to take it off. Just move it all around, scrub it up, expose the paint underneath. I've got red paint. That's some of the original. Just a little bit of everything. There's some original 1962 red paint. Okay, on this one here, you can see the original red paint. This was kind of a maroon with a cream. It had a cream base with like a maroon type of trim color. And I can look that up on the trim plate and see what it exactly is, but that's what it was. Pretty hip color for the early 60s. If you go to the late 50s, there were a lot of pastels and whatnot. Okay. I'm going to wet this up and then flip it over. Wet that up again and flip it over. What's going on? Oh, look at this. Oh, you gotta love that. Fuck. Okay. They Bondoed this thing. It is Bondo. You gotta love that. Assholes. Yeah, look at this. Come here, check it out. No, it's not worth stripping, but it's worth investigating. Yeah. That's a fail. This is scrap. Check it out.
Yeah, what you got?
See the red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
Our friend Bondo.
Awesome. Looks like
And I assume it goes over here.
We need some donations.
We need some money. Yeah, look at that.
Apparently you need a lift strut.
We need a lift strut. Well,
Something happened.
we're going to go to Air Salvage and go get us a lift strut this week, it looks like.
Maybe somebody tied it with a chain.
Well, I'm thinking that's what bent the wing.
Shocking.
You know, our tractor hit it or something like that. Fuck.
You want something worth stripping?
No. Yes, actually, let me do that.
Thank you. There you go.
Okay, get out of here. Back to work. That was Caitlin. She's working on her Cessna. That's the other thing is while you're stripping stuff, kind of have a, we don't plan on it, but we always have a bin of stuff that needs stripping. So when you crack it open, have it ready to go. Yeah. Okay, this strut is looking pretty good on this side. More maroon paint. So I've got 1960s paint, 70s paint, 80s paint. Criminy. Whee! Got a little on us. Rinse it off. Yeah, they're only lift struts that only keep you alive. Jack wagons. This is basically, as far as I'm concerned, this is premeditated murder. When some mechanic does crap like this, or I wouldn't even call him a mechanic. We'll get a close-up of that for you guys. Exactly. Saturday morning, hotter than Hades out. This will be about a 90% job, and then I'll come back and detail the stripping. What we're also taking off is a lot of wax, possibly wax and oils and stuff like that. So sometimes your first coat does nothing but clean the paint. And Kate loves this stuff, don't you? You love paint stripper. Nope. Methylene chloride is your friend.
I'm gonna work on brakes today.
Work on brakes, that's more fun. That actually is more fun than painting or stripping paint. And I'm just hitting all little dry spots here, and they will slowly pop out. Okay. Off it comes. Now sometimes you end up stripping scrap parts because of what you find. We found some stuff on the door, the right door. We found a big patch. We found some other, but it's okay. It's airworthy, but it'll be okay. We actually ended up with a couple extra doors. So, from our good friend Jay Pratt, we got some extra equipment. We got some equipment donated to us. It doesn't really work for this airplane, but it's kind of, we're going to sell that stuff and put it toward getting this thing finished. This stuff here is about 250 bucks for a 5-gallon tin, and we went out and bought 2 of those the other day, so we're already upside down. If you guys want to, man, it'd be great. GoFundMe. There's also the thanks button on the YouTube. You can do some donations there. And then we've got Patreon too. We've got links in the description. But most importantly, follow along. If this helps you, if you guys think this helps you, definitely let us know. Put some comments down there for us. I think that helps the math. But this one is actually cleaning up pretty well. Dum dum dum. Okay. Let's see what our little friend, the Bondo, looks like. Is it? Yeah. It'll be ticking. We'll put it over on the ground. So yeah, nice spot of Bondo for a lift strut. Gotta love that. No, your plane was pretty pure. So let me get a picture of that. And then that is freaking crazy. Put my camera where it won't melt, or my phone. And now we will take the lift strut and toss it. You are drunk. Away with you. Okay, let's see. This can I think is empty. No, we got some more in there. Use it all up. Okay. The other thing is, kind of like with flying, if you're, Chris is here, if you're stripping, just move slowly and move deliberately so you don't bump into stuff. Chris, how's it going, buddy? Great. We're stripping paint today. You want to play?
No
Go around that way. That way you won't get schmoo on you. Yeah, just go through that gate, hang a left. Paintbrush, or pardon me, screwdriver. I got screwdriver. Put that over there. This is all we're going to do today is we're just going to get this lift strut pretty well knocked out. Because it's hot out, it's Saturday. We've got a little air show to go to. Not an air show, flying. A bunch of steermans. And it looks like the wind's going to lay down. We're going to have some cold drinks, watch some biplanes fly around. Should be a good time. Do you later. This one here, because it's here and it's handy, we're just slopping crap on it. This is one of the wing fuel tank covers that was not on the airplane during the hailstorm, thank goodness. So it's in pretty good shape. Strip. And then while you're stripping, just kind of go back and forth. Let the stripper do its thing. Keep it wet. Most importantly is keep it wet. Even if you're doing furniture, try to keep the stripper wet. If it's not wet, it's not going to work. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now, let's not reach over. The other thing is, the other paint that's really hard to take off is a catalyzed or hardened enamel, which is kind of popular. I would say probably popular in the 80s, 70s and 80s. It is just brutal. Actually, the paint doesn't melt. It actually, you'll hear it chipping when it comes off. It's almost as if it cracks. We've got the stencils coming for these already, so we should be, I'd like to put these into paint. Of course, that messes everything up, that bad lift strut. But I'd like to get these into paint next week, start finishing parts off. We're also going to show you the vertical fin and the rudder next week also. Back here. Okay guys, that's it for today. We've got this thing stripped. We're gonna hose it off. We're gonna scrub with some Scotch-Brite, but it's too hot and windy, and the mockingbirds are making a racket up there. So we'll catch you later. I'll have some close-up pictures of the, in fact, I can cut them in right now, but the close-up pictures of the lift strut, that other lift strut, somebody whacked it probably with a tractor, God knows what. And then whoever was restoring this thing before us decided it was a good idea to just hammer it straight and Bondo it. So that's the kind of stuff that can kill you. That part will get scrapped. Might even hang that, we'll cut it up and hang that part on the wall, but we'll end up going to a salvage yard and we'll get a serviceable unit. So that's what's going on now. This stuff is just cooking. This one's pretty well done. We're gonna give it a final scrub and we'll catch you guys later. Catch you next time. Stay cool. We aren't staying cool, but we've got the faux fighter in the barn. We got the Cessna 120 still in the barn. The Honda 750 customer project, we turned that one, that's going out. So we got a lot of stuff moving around. And we're hoping to have some other stuff going. So that's it for this time. Like, share, subscribe, notify. Also, most importantly, please, if you can, throw some money in that GoFundMe right now. Well, I bought a couple tins of paint stripper for this thing. We're kind of just tapped out the bank account. So throw some money at that if you want to, that'd be great. We also had some equipment, and again, I'll throw some pictures of that in. We had some equipment donated to us by our good friend Jay, and we'll be selling that stuff. If anyone's needing a set of wingtips, Madras wingtips for Cessna 150, 172, 182, we've got a set of those. We've got a 0300, 0200 starter and clutch, and we've got a couple other items. So we'll put pictures up for that. So contact us, let us know. Otherwise, we'll put it on eBay or something like that, and then put that money back into the kitty. So that's our story. It's hotter than heck out. We've got some good news is that the one lift strut is looking pretty good. Hardly any corrosion whatsoever, and we're just letting it cook right now. Bad news is the other lift strut that's out in the grass is junk. So it's scrap, 20 cents a pound. So we'll catch you guys later. HangaRatz out.